Welcome back, everybody, for another awesome episode. We got Kevin and Steve with us today. Kevin and Steve of TEAK International, Inc. So Kevin and Steve have Millwork enterprise, and they are doing a lot of work all around the city. And, well, first of all, welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's awesome having you. I always give high five to everybody.
Air high fives.
So, guys, let's start with the fact that I watch your content, first of all. You guys are amazing creating content. Your products are awesome. There are mill workers, and there are people on the next level. Those are the difference. The difference between the two for me as a builder is everybody can come in and build a kitchen. Everybody can come in and build a pantry, but your products are interesting. They're designed nicely. The colors match, and you do things outside of the box. You also work with commercial products.
Exactly, yeah. So basically, we try to focus more on commercial, and when we do the residential, we stay in the high-end type of sector, you know. But when it comes to millwork, it's not about slapping boxes. Anybody can do boxes, but when it comes to the details, this is where we shine, you know. This is what we like to do. Anybody can do melamine boxes. You can go to Home Depot, cut some wood and assemble it. This is melamine boxes, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the wall panels, to the scribing, to the detail, you know, this is where a lot of people lack, you know. This is what we like to shine in. And jobs like this are jobs that make our name.
Yeah, no, you're doing an amazing job. And what kind of, are there like big names and big jobs that you are getting involved with?
Yeah, so in the commercial, we like Food Basics, Metro, No Frills. Those are places that we do those retail stores.
As well as a bunch of banks, like TD Bank, RBC, all their head offices downtown or midtown, like that's where they're located. Mm-hmm. That's our main thing, you know what I mean? Like offices or also accounting offices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 25 King, the Commerce School, we've done a lot of work there. Stuff like this, you know?
So you're mainly you guys are seeing the latest trends in millwork design.
Yeah.
Millwork right now, when it comes to construction, I would say when it comes to construction finishes, millwork is the number one. Everything has to do with millwork. Everybody want paneling, everybody want this, that. How is it to work? You probably work with a lot of big designers that designing all those spaces, because really most of the time two things happen. Either you work with an architect / designer that will design something and you have to scratch your head, figure out how it's done. And this is why what you do, you're the best at what you do. Because some would say, well, I don't know how to do that, go to somebody else. And some actually make it happen.
And that's exactly why we do shop drawings, right?
Yeah.
To show them how we're going to build it.
But also, I'm assuming that you guys have designers as well to develop your own design sometimes. When I do, for example, custom homes, I would come to you and I would tell you, listen, there's a budget. This is the budget. Give me something great.
100%. And that's why we have in-house designers. We have 4 people actually. And so basically we get a lot of homeowners that want to skip the design process, the design fee. You just come, they have an idea, they want this. We tell them what's the best efficient way to get this done with the most professional way, you know what I mean? So we do shop drawings. So exactly all the details, how it's going to get done, all the finishes, all the details. They approve it, done. Production.
Perfect. And so we have a lot of relationship going on with clients. Clients always come to you thinking they know everything. They don't always know everything, and you got to explain a lot. And how do you have this process? How do you make a client go from just do what I need? Because especially big clients, that's what happens with them. Just do what I need to, holy crap, clearly you know what you're talking about. And you know, let's have a drink, let's enjoy, let's do this, that. And that will give you the creativity to go to something nice, big, something that you're proud of. How do you do that process? Because we have that process going on.
No, so when a customer comes in, right? When a homeowner especially comes in, because when it's a designer, it's easier, I would say, to deal with them because they understand, you know, like
they know the limitations.
Exactly. I can tell them, for example, this color doesn't come in laminate. I can't do curved stuff in it, or you know what I mean? Stuff like this. But when a homeowner comes in, it's all about explaining the process. If you explain the reason behind it, it's easy from there, you know, but it just takes a little more explaining, which we don't mind doing. But sometimes always when you do this explaining, the customer becomes more understandable, which makes the whole thing easier at the end. You know, and from small stuff, you start building trust throughout the project, especially in a custom house. You do a unit, oh, you were right, I like this, you know. When they start seeing the final product, they start trusting you more and more. So you tell them, and then they start taking your advice. Everything in life takes like a step-by-step ladder to build the trust. This is how it is in a custom house. It's
so true. I had that job. I was doing a job and I didn't understand. The client was anxious. I'm like, what are you so anxious? Like, the job is moving, you know, we're finishing the walls, we're doing what behind walls, everything. Anxious. 3 weeks I'm walking. I don't understand why. For them, and then before I go there. So, and then one day we bring the millwork in. And the millwork guys put everything around, fix all the bottoms. All of a sudden the client comes back home and he's happy. I'm like, what the hell happened? And then I realized that's how important your job is. Then I realized everything I've done there, say nothing to him. He gave me a key with a house where there were walls. He expects for the walls, but he doesn't see that anything is done until he sees the cabinets. For him, he saw the kitchen. Okay, now things are moving. Now I know what I'm paying for. So I do think that kitchen cabinetry is very important. So I've seen a lot of clients that are pretty much, when they're renovating the house, they don't care about anything. They care about millwork.
Because it's a finished product, right? This is what you see at the end. Like dry, I would say insulation, you know, nobody sees it. Yeah. You know, some people tell you, okay, I don't care if it's regular insulation or spray foam.
Yeah, I know.
But this is a big difference, actually, if you think about it on longevity, right? But millwork is something you see, you enjoy. I sit at my home, I'm watching TV, I have a nice display unit. I'm enjoying it every day, you know what I mean? Like you live with millwork.
Look at it all the time.
Especially if you do like a custom wardrobe. You organize every shirt however you want it. We do custom wardrobes for people. He's like, I need this shirt with this height, this shoe slanted this way, this shoe slanted this way. Like we design it very customizable to their needs, to their fits, because that's how your lifestyle is.
People don't even realize how much time. So when we design millwork stuff sometimes, it takes the same amount of time as designing a building.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you get into the detail of it, you're thinking, okay, 45 degrees. How exactly, what kind of hardware are you going to have? If you do this, this is not going to work. How far out this hardware comes. I remember I wanted a unit to go from floor to ceiling. And again, not everybody is you, so that's going to be funny for you. But I gave my guy, I gave him, I don't know if you know, there's a kind of leg where you have a metal ring with teeth that you punch it in, and then the leg goes into it.
Yes.
I don't know if it doesn't matter.
It's a leveler. We call it a leveler.
Leveler, yes. Yeah. So I said, okay, let's use that kind of flag because I wanted the unit to be floor to ceiling like a pantry, but I didn't want the 4-inch
kick.
It's not a kitchen.
Yeah.
It's not a kitchen, right? It's a closet. So I'm not going to design something that, and I remember the guy saying, listen, Max, how about I'll bring it to you, put it in. So funny enough, and it was one unit. He brought it in and he's telling me, Max, how are you going to stand it up? It's too high, right? When you put it, it's not going to go in. So I'm like, dude, go at the staircase, stand it up, and bring it in. But all those little things that this is, again, and eventually he said, listen, Max, I'll give you those levelers, ask your guys to put it in.
No way.
And we put it in ourselves. But I really appreciate how much detail goes into every unit. Same as I design a door in a building, and the door should not open, let's say, into the kitchen or something. You care about hardware and everything that goes in there the same way. So really, It takes the same amount of time to design a millwork piece, just like you design a building.
Like there's a lot of thought involved in it, so it all aligns into one piece. You know, you have to have the right hardware, the right handles, the right hinges, everything. So it all comes in as one piece. And choosing the right material is a big thing as well. You can't use, material that doesn't come in. laminate. Like there's a lot of tricks that you can change with the material to have a much nicer finish. That's what we found throughout our journey, and it helps with budgets as well. Like if I can get something in laminate and not do it in 45s, I can get a better finish, less man hours in the shop. I can get a better quality at the end with a better price. And this is what people care about, but people need someone to educate them on those stuff when you come to a millwork shop, so that, okay, I'm in the right direction, you know what I mean? I'm not asking for something that's too expensive that I can't afford, but I also want a nice finish. You know what I mean? Like small stuff like this, it's part of the millwork shop to do some guidance, I would say, so that you have a nice product at the end.
So let me ask you a question. I just thought to myself, that's a very important question. A client comes to you with a certain budget, but you, as the artist, you want to give them a piece that you're proud of.
Exactly.
So sometimes I don't know whether it's a very interesting question. If a client almost there but not there for something that would go from a nice piece to something that is a signature piece, how would you help them out to get there?
So basically, if
you understand you get my question, right?
If they come in saying they want this, if they tell me they want this that way, and if they're going the wrong way, it's my job to tell them they're going the wrong way. Let's say they want this in laminate finish. It's not possible in laminate finish. It's gonna peel off, it's gonna bubble, whatever. So it's my job to tell them it's not gonna happen. But at the end of the day, they're paying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll tell them what's the proper way to do it and how we do it, which is why we stand out. But if they want it that way, that specific way, I can do it, no problem. But there's consequences. You know what I mean?
Like a very common thing, a lot of people come in, I want solid doors painted white. I'm like, for a kitchen. You want a solid door, you're paying more money on the door material, and then you want to spray it in white? What is the reason behind it? It's like, yeah, it's better. What do you mean better? Now hinges don't have screws anymore, they're all doweled. You know, the Bloom hinges, the new ones, they all come with dowels. So an MDF has a much better finish. It's dead wood. It doesn't react with the temperature. We're in a country here
it doesn't warp.
It doesn't warp, yeah. When you go with solid wood, after 5 years, all that, wherever, it's a 5-piece door, wherever it's joined, it's gonna crack. And I tell them, okay, you want solid door painted white? I'll do it for you with no warranty. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the customer's paying, we do whatever the customer wants. But stuff like this, I have to limit the warranty because I know what's gonna happen. But my recommendation, 100% go with an MDF door, same profile, get a better finish on paint with a much nicer door.
By the way, let me ask you a question. What's up with people don't understand materials? And what's up with people? I find that a lot of people asking for wood, people don't understand that any material is good for certain job, for certain work. For an example, I find that MDF kitchens are much stronger than plywood kitchens. But yet again, plywood considered to be the best material, the stronger material. Now, of course, plywood is better when it comes to water situations, right? But then you don't have water around all of your kitchen.
So this is a very big thing. People expect that it has to be water resistant or waterproof. There's nothing in a millwork shop that's water resistant or waterproof.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's wood materials.
Yeah, when people come to us, I don't use this as a sales tactic, it's water resistant. I tell you up front, nothing's waterproof, nothing's water resistant. If water falls on the door and you don't wipe it within an hour, yes, it's gonna get damaged. Whatever material you're using, Now I know there is much higher end edge bandings, which we provide as well, but also it tells you it's water resistant. It's not waterproof, Yeah.
What would you suggest for homeowners, for custom kitchen, people that want custom kitchen? What would you suggest would be the best material to go for a kitchen?
So if they want the shaker style or any profile, definitely the painted MDF.
It's an HDF, so high density fiber. Comes with more compressed than MDF. Get a way smoother finish and way better finish when painting. That's why we recommend the HDF rather than MDF. As for cabinets, it doesn't really matter. Melamine, like now we're in 2026, they've developed melamine so much. Get a super matte finish, anti-fingerprint, anti-scratch. So for cabinets, it's not really a problem. But for doors, if you want a flat profile, go with a melamine or MDF, which is pre-finished. Or if you want a profile, which what he said, MDF painted.
So CNC pretty much.
Basically, yeah. So we do all that in house. We can do any custom door. But yeah, MDF painted is a way to go if you want a profile door.
And what are the trends now? Since we're talking about shaker styles and all that, what are the trends? What do people go more? And I'll tell you why I'm asking. Everything used to be bright, white. I find that people go more into, like designers go more into colors now.
Yeah, so the two-tone definitely is something. And I highly recommend doing a two-tone kitchen, not one-tones. Mm-hmm. So one of the doors that we're really doing now is a slim shaker in oak. Keep it as an oak style, oak like color, but it comes in a radius. So it's a radius, it's not a flat, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm saying. The styles go back to like end of 70s, 80s, something like that.
But this door, like we got 3 jobs because we were able to make the door. Like it's crazy, yeah.
Not anyone can do it because it's a solid door. You need a solid wood division at the shop. So like shapers, planers, joiners, not every millwork shop has those machines.
So I'll tell you what, we're going to need a picture from you. Don't forget what we were talking about. We're going to need a picture because I think we're going to need to put it on the podcast.
Definitely.
Add it so that we could see. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is like a big door now. Like I don't know. It's really nice. You look at it. There's so much thought involved in it and detail. It's not your regular slab door or regular shaker door, slim shaker. Because now you go into a lot of houses, they have the slim shaker. Before, go 3-4 years back, it was shaker.
Yeah.
Now shaker went out of style. It's the slim shaker. You know, slim. Now they're moving into this, but this round one has so much detail in it. Like the border on it is on an angle. It's crazy.
I wish I can't even imagine what we're talking.
It's a
like the inside pocket of the door. You don't get a perfect 90 degree. It's curved.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the outside edge is still 90 degree.
So it's a rectangle door, steel door.
But the inside pocket is round.
Yeah.
It's radius.
Oh.
The half inch is on an angle. Or whatever the rail is, half inch, 3/4, quarter.
I can see why it's awesome. You have it on your Instagram so people can see it as well?
Yes, probably yes.
I haven't finished those jobs yet, but it will be soon.
And some our story.
Kitchen.
At least a door, show a door or something.
You need specialized machinery to do stuff like this?
It's more handwork. Like this is what I was saying. We still do a lot of solid wood kitchens, like solid wood doors, but I never spray them in white. I want to see if I'm spending money on oak or walnut. I want to see the beauty
finish, the wood finish, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we still do this, but it requires custom shapers, right? Shapers, planers.
Like you gotta have a proper machinery.
Exactly.
But it's not in style. Wood is not in style, right?
It is a lot in style.
Really?
All the custom luxury houses, they're leaning now towards the solid wood division, which is interesting because they used to lean towards the pre-finished stuff.
Yeah.
But now
a lot of flatness
now
and all
through
that.
2026, trending stuff is the curved island gables, curved cabinets, that kind of stuff, and then solid wood.
Yeah, it's crazy how it moves. Like it's shifting back. If you look, history is repeating itself. Before oak was a big thing. Now oak is coming in again, but now people want white rift cut white oak. You know what I mean?
And what kind of countertop finishes you're gonna have with that?
Usually now quartzite. Quartzite is really kicking in.
What kind of quartz?
No, quartzite. So quartzite is natural stone.
Oh, okay.
Now it all depends on the budget, right? There is a lot of nice quartz, but usually Taj Mahal,
it's a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, people love it.
Yeah. It all depends on how much the customer is willing to spend, right? Some people, okay, I want a nice kitchen on a budget, then go with quartz. Quartzite is not an option, or porcelain is not an option. Porcelain is also a big thing nowadays.
Yeah, the big tile, the huge tiles.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you need to be more careful with how you use it. Like everything, you got a high-end car, with leather seats. You can't really abuse it. You have to be more careful with it. It comes with a higher maintenance.
So a question that comes with that's actually true. So high-end clients often have either 2 kitchens. Okay.
Yeah.
Or the ones that don't, they still use their kitchen. How do you mix the two? I want a museum kind of kitchen with I still need to use versus I still need to use it. So what kind of materials would you combine to make that work? Because as you said, at the end of the day, some materials that look great, they're also
high maintenance.
High maintenance
like
and
Onyx.
Onyx?
Onyx,
for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Onyx is also a big thing. Like people want Onyx. I go everywhere. Onyx. I'm like, Onyx, okay, but you have the budget for Onyx. I send them the price. I'm like,
I did a bar, not a big bar, like just this one slab cost $10,000.
Yeah. And the LED panels, it's about the LED panels behind.
Yeah. For a bar,
it
was like 8 to 10 grand.
Yeah, you can't have the dots in it.
Yeah, should I tell them the story?
Yeah, I guess if you guys didn't hear the story, they had an adventure.
We got stories for everything. Anyways, I was doing a bar. I was doing an Onyx, a bar with an Onyx. Also oak, nice, beautiful, dark stained with an orange. What is it called? Sunrise, like this
like
orange rings, like a tree rings kind of thing.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called. Anyways, we got the slab, everything, put it in. We had the electricians did all the slabs with the lights and everything connected. We checked, everything works perfectly fine. My countertop guys come in, put the Onyx. They were scared over it because one slab you cannot find another. All the 45 degrees, the veins have to continue. Everything has to continue. You can't screw up on that. Anyways, they bring the stone, put it together, put all the epoxy. I'm like, let's go test it. I come in, I test it, I turn on. One panel doesn't light up.
Oh shit!
I'm like, what the hell am I doing now, right? Clients come in. Oh, and the client with me, right? I'm like, let's check it out. Surprise, BAP doesn't work. Anyways, I kick the panel a little bit. It goes on and off.
No way.
I'm like, holy crap. One connection probably is not connected all the way and it's loose. I'm like, okay, what do we do? I send the client away. It was Friday, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., something like that. Maybe even a little bit later. The guys stayed in just to finish it, right? So, of course, stone guys disappeared as fast as they could. They're like, we did our job, goodbye. Electricians were not there. Anyways, I'm calling the owner of the stone company. I'm like, listen, we have a problem. We got to fix it. What do we do? He's like, I don't know, Max. We're not removing an Onyx. I'm like, we got to remove it. There's no way. There's no other way. Now, I don't know if you know that I'm a contractor by trade. So I called the electricians. They're like, dude, I'll be happy to help you out. I don't know what's the problem. So before actually the electrician comes in, tries to fix it, he pulls on the wire, pulls it completely out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Worse.
So now they have to fix it clearly. What are they going to do? Like, what are you going to pray to God to help the situation? Nothing. Anyways, I'm like, I called my stone guy. I'm like, listen, get me your guys tomorrow. Tell them to come in. I'll come in. Nothing is your responsibility. Don't worry. I'll take the responsibility. Just come in. They were supposed to come in for 9 o'clock. I called the electricians for 9:30.
Okay.
So they come in 9 o'clock. I was there by 8 o'clock. I came in with two ladders, put two ladders, made like a tent from a clear plastic all around, completely all around. Brought my grinder with a new disc, everything. Shaking. My hands are sweating. The two guys came in. I'm like, okay, you hold the vacuum cleaner. And like the house is finished. Everything is almost, that's it. It's done.
Oh, wow.
The floor is done. Everything is done. I covered everything. I'm like, you hold the disc, you hold the vacuum cleaner behind me. You hold the vacuum cleaner in front of me. Nobody wanted to do that. Nobody wanted to take this responsibility. I took a grinder. I started to cut in 45 degrees. Now, the funniest part is, you guys know that when you bend it and you got a return going in because you got a 10-inch of a bar, you have to cut this whole thing.
Yeah, the overhang.
I don't know how, with the power of God or whatever was there, I cut it, I go in, the slab is out.
No way.
The slab is out. The electrician was sitting on the chair and he's so the electrician who did it called his master. So the master comes in, I'm like, Max, I've seen shit in my life. This is on the next level. He's like, I'm going to stay to see how it's done. He goes there. He finds the issue. He connects it quickly. Oh, because my electrician was away on vacation. The night before, like an hour before that happened, he left for vacation. Well, what are you going to do? Life is life.
Yeah.
The guy connects it. After he connects it, my counter guys, bam, 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 a little bit of epoxy, put it back. I sit down. I think I needed a bottle a bottle of Courvoisier right there just to relax. I was, when you have
shaking.
this adrenaline, you're
Oh,
shaking. Yeah. How the hell did I even do? When you do stuff you don't know that you even can, but you have no choice kind of thing. The electrician sit there is like, Max, you know what? It just jumped to number one job I'll remember in my life. How the hell? Like everybody thought that this Onyx is garbage. That's it.
So if it didn't go well, that's 20 grand gone?
Yeah, 20 grand well, not 20, not 20.
Well, you lose 10 on this stone and 10 on the
You lose
one.
10 on the stone, you lose on the labor. Well, yeah, 20, almost 20 grand. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, almost 20.
No, it's crazy. Yeah. That's why when people want high-end stuff like this, as a manufacturer, they should charge because mistakes happen, With us, even like we're doing a grain match on 4 or 5 drawers, they're all veneer. The grain book matched, they're all grain matched, If one drawer is damaged, I have to change all 4 drawers on top of each other.
Because of the pattern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So stuff like this, when you're doing jobs like this, there should be a margin.
Yeah.
You cannot do it with a tight margin because mistakes are gonna happen.
You know what happened to me once? We did also a pantry with a Millwork guy. So he brings me 4 drawers. I put them and I see 3 have a pattern, the 4th one don't. It's almost there, but not really. I'm like, what's going on? And then I see on the 4th drawer, it says, this side out.
Oh, no.
So I'm like something is going on. I pretty much rotated to the other side and I realized I screwed up that side. so he made sure that I put the other side out. But I'm like, I gave it back to him. I'm like, listen, you screwed up the pattern, take it back.
No, like stuff like this, when you're running an operation, you have multiple guys under you. It happens. It's normal. But this is where the quality control comes in. Before anything gets shipped out, this has to be checked. And sometimes they ship it, everything is good. While shipping, it gets damaged. Shit happens,
Yeah, definitely.
That's why you have to have quality control in the shop and on site, and you have to have a margin for stuff like this.
But I also think people appreciate the fact that, if I were a listener listening to that, I think people appreciate the fact that you actually check that out. Believe it or not, I've dealt with companies that did not see it as a priority.
No, you have to stage the millwork before it goes out of the shop.
So we stage that in the actual kitchen. Okay, we build it at the shop. We get the client in. We do a walkthrough. Like we're known for it. They come check out the kitchen, change this, change that. If not, it's good. We go to paint and then shipping. We have someone checking on the dock and loading it like personally.
The shop
man on site, we have a foreman. He double checks every single piece getting out of the truck with a checklist.
Yeah,
it's damaged, it goes back on the truck, back to the shop. No one knows about it.
How many people you guys have in the shop?
So currently with the estimators, installers, we're at 18 guys.
Wow.
That's a pretty...
Yeah, it's a sizable operation, huh?
Yeah,
upper middle, a high kind of shop, yeah.
I would say middle, like there is a lot of massive shops, but for the operation that we're running, you need this amount of guys because my installers don't move cabinets, right? My shop guys won't install. So you need to keep everybody busy. And my estimator only estimates the whole day. My project manager only deals with the problems, So everybody has to have work so that everybody is busy. It's not like one guy can do the whole thing. And this is the only way you get accurate stuff because a guy comes in, he's...
Quality product.
Yeah, I have guys in the shop that are 50 years old. He's like, I want to work 8 to 5. After 5, turn off my phone. I don't want to deal with any issues. I don't want to go to site. I want to come here, one location, Monday to Friday, Saturday take rest. This is how they want to operate, which is nice. And you give them something, he doesn't have anything in his head. He can focus on it. He'll give you a masterpiece at the end. But for me, I'm pricing all day. I'm dealing with this, dealing with that. If I'm working, my head is not in the thing that I'm focusing on.
Unless you give someone a job, then he's going to do it perfect. If you give him 4 or 5 jobs, he's not going to focus on anything.
Absolutely correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we try to get a person with a role, and he focuses on this role. That's it.
Yeah.
And you have to have the quality on top of him, like that. That's it. Management.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, even for example, Windows. I'm just telling Windows because you see when you order Windows, you see guys would come in with, they would bring a window out of the truck, put it on site and everything, and then you see, for example, like Pella Windows or the bigger companies, right? Every window is wrapped.
Yeah.
Every window got its own hardware, everything. It comes in. Now, people are going to say, well, that's more expensive. Okay, that's a little bit more expensive, but how long it's going to take to install the first window, number 1? How long it's going to take to maintain the scratches that you get on window is number 2. How long you're going to pay for installation, because now the installer is going to do a longer job. Number 3, versus that window, they're going to bring it. The window may be 1.5 times more expensive. Okay. So let's say if window number 1 would be $100, this would be $150, but then all the work around the first window would be another $150 versus a work about the second window would be $100. And eventually you're actually not paying attention to the fact that you're either almost the same or pay less, but a much better quality product.
Oh yeah.
I have a question for all of you guys. So you've been in business, all 3 of you have been in business like years now, right? So do you think that this is possible for somebody who's starting out, right? Because
possible what, to have their shop? Well, no, that's the answer.
Obviously not the whole shop, right? But the whole idea that everybody is focused on their task is amazing, right? But if somebody's starting a business, like what is your wisdom on the...
So go ahead, guys. I'll let you finish that.
Like for us, someone starting a business, if you're not passionate about it, just don't do it. Don't get into it. You're not going to succeed. So people who dealt with us know that we don't do it for the money. We do it because we're passionate about it and because we're building a name and a portfolio. So if I get a big job, I'm not excited because it's a big number. I get excited because it's gonna add up my portfolio. You know what I mean? People are gonna see, oh, he did this big job. I'm gonna work with this guy. You know what I mean? Exactly. So we specialize in the millwork stuff, not the cabinetry, because millwork takes artistry. Not anyone can do it.
And that's why I'm not saying kitchens or cabinetry. I use the word millwork.
Exactly.
The word millwork. And also what I'm going to add to it, because you're absolutely correct. But when you're saying somebody's starting out, there are 2 kinds of people that are starting out. If somebody's starting out as a job, no, they can't do, they will do 10,000 things and they will not succeed in one of them. There's a saying, right? Master of all is master of none.
Yeah.
So jack of all trades is master of none. That's really what it is. But if you're willing to dedicate your life and now you're not treating it as a job, you're doing it 24/7 because you really believe in it, because you really, you're eventually going to be able to, okay, I made a little bit more money because I was able to create a good product. I can get, let's say, a designer. I can get an estimator. That's how you become that kind of shop, because you dedicate your life. Listen, look at what the guys are doing. When they have free time, they still shoot, create content for their business to show people what they're doing, because they're proud of what they do.
It's Valentine's Day, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's Valentine's Day today.
No, like there's people think, oh, you're running a business, you're successful, you know.
That's our lives, right? Our businesses. That's really what we live for.
Exactly. Yeah, this is your day. It's a 24 thing that you do. When you're sleeping, you're thinking about it.
My lady, my wife, everything for it. No,
that's how it is.
Shout out to my wife. Love you, honey. We'll be home soon to see you.
Did we mention that you guys are brothers and this is like your third generation? You said, you know.
By the way, wow, that's an amazing question. Let's talk a little bit about the history, how you started, because you do have a great long history in the business.
That's right. So we're the 3rd generation, both of us.
Wow.
And so my great-grandpa started it in the Middle East. It's been passing down to my grandpa, my dad, and now to us. So over in the Middle East, my dad and his brother, they have a massive operation. They they ship all around the Middle East. And now we're expanding in Canada, and we're the main operators of the Canadian branch.
Now I see the international in your name.
That's it. And we're trying to expand all across North America, now getting it to the US slowly. But with the tariffs, it's a bit tricky.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But listen, tariffs are not going to be there forever.
No, 100%. We have a plan for that.
I'll tell you what, I think you have more time to root what you have even further and gain even, first of all, shout out to you guys. You're awesome. You got a massive following and people love you and people love what you do. So you have the time to do even more than that, even get further. That by the time when you're going to get into the US, you will conquer all the big names, and we might be able to give you some.
For sure.
But
how old were you guys when you started, like in the family business, kind of, like in the shop, you know what I mean, all of that stuff?
So when it's a family business, it's not about how old were you. For me, I used.
It's like for you born into that.
For as long as I can remember, I've been.
You played the dance while your dad is cutting the.
100%.
No, we used to go to the shop. Like I was 10 years old. I used to go to the scrap, build stuff, bring it to the shop, and then my mom would look like, you're bringing garbage here. What is this? But this is how it starts all. But if you like it, you can continue in a business like this. You wake up every day, you're excited about what you're doing. This is the only way. There's headaches every day. Every day it's a different kind of headache. Every day you learn something new. If you don't like it, you can't survive.
But how great it is when you're getting a project and it's a difficult project and you're sitting in the office. I have the same thing, right? You're sitting in the office, not Millwork, but other stuff. You're sitting in the office and you're talking to each other and you're like, what the hell are we going to do that? And then a month later, it's ready for production. It's ready for
you look
installation.
back at it and I'm like, oh.
You look at it, you shoot your content, you're like, wow, we did it.
Oh yeah.
That's the biggest high that a business owner can have.
No, exactly. Like with us, we like competition. You know, I like you get me a job. Oh,
like we
show me if you can.
You know what I mean? Like the curved columns, that kind of stuff. That's our specialty. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, again, that's why I said the difference between kitchen guys and millworkers.
100%.
Because your brain can rot.
Like if you look at our profile on Instagram, we've done this Hindu altar. These guys, they look around for a couple shops. No one could take the project. They came back to us first time, said yes, and it clicked in. Like our experience, our knowledge, our meeting is basically what closed the job. You know what I mean?
Another thing, so you're creating shop drawings for sure for the jobs that you're doing,
always.
Especially commercial and everything.
No matter how big the job is, we do shop drawings.
Even how small, like if you need a cabinet from me, I'm still sending you a shop drawing for a cabinet. You approve it because a cabinet can turn into a disaster.
Yes.
Even one cabinet, I send you shop drawings, you approve it. It's all good. I produce it.
Because like we have a system going on. Without proper shop drawings, it fucks up the system.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you even 200%. Especially
really important. Some people underestimate it, but it's a big thing. Shop drawings, because
you got sinks, you got cabinet, you got water pipes, you got sometimes equipment that needs to go specifically in place. You got specs.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have the shop drawings, you're done.
The very important part is you as a homeowner, you have appliances, sometimes they have cigar boxes they want to put them. I need all of those specs mentioned on the drawings before I start production, because I know how much the measurements of
all the specs of the Rolex boxes.
Exactly. Yeah.
You already know
how many Rolexes are in the drawer. We've actually done a lot of closets where they put their Rolexes and they want them to turn.
Like automatic movement.
Yeah, because
we put it in a box
like
so it doesn't stop.
Exactly.
Every time I open my
exactly
and I start like, I should do that too. Yeah, they're just lame. you own a
Maybe
Rolex
you should
and
get
you don't
a
have a
custom closet for your house.
You own a Rolexes and you don't own the rotation box. Eventually, what happened? I wear my Apple Watch.
Oh, man.
Even this has an issue because for me, like I made a custom one for me, right? The Apple Watch, I can't put it and charge it inside of it, so I still have to leave it on the desk. I hate this.
Yeah.
I know.
So do you guys, for yourself then, because I find that a lot of people who work in any job, basically, they love doing what they do, but then they want to do a project for themselves, and they're like, I don't want to, after work, doing it for themselves, they're like,
There is a saying for that. There is a saying for that. Shoemaker without shoes.
What is it?
Shoemaker without shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, really? I never heard that.
A shoemaker is the last one to have good shoes. Because they assume
100%.
Because they do everything for everybody, they never care about themselves.
So your day is over. You're like,
I'll tell you the story behind this. When my dad, like before when we were young, so my mom would need something at the house. It would be the last thing we ever get done. Always.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Exactly.
Months,
even now when we started here, same thing. We installed our own kitchen. We installed the kitchen. After 3 months, we did the handles. My mom would have kicked us out of the house. So now how we do it? Like recently so Steven DJs, he has his own DJ setup just as free time.
Yep.
Oh, very cool.
Nightclub in the basement. Yeah.
It's like your passion project kind of thing. Very cool.
So we needed to do we paneled the whole room. We did it nice, So now I have something for the house. I treat it as a job. I put a job code on it. Okay, I send installers. That's the only way it gets done.
Exactly, yeah. Because if you do it yourself,
who's paying?
It's never getting
the parents.
It's a job, right?
No, but I see what you're saying because otherwise you're never gonna get to it.
You want a funny story? What he did that when he wanted this, even our house, he made shop drawings. We set the whole thing up. He sends it to the family group chat. He's like, Mom, this is the invoice. Please send me a 50% balance so we can start production.
He got so pissed.
Did you get clapped with a flipper? You know this guy? What is his name? the guy on the internet, the funny guy, Anwar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's making all this funny video with his mom.
Yeah.
Middle Eastern mom.
No, that day he sat without food for 2 days.
Uber.
So actually, this week, who was it? Was it Chris or Antonio? We were talking about how dads who work with their sons, they're harder on them than any other work.
Antonio was saying.
It was Antonio, right? Did you find that to be the case? Where
I mean, like, he does it in a good way, to toughen us up, you know what I mean? Because he's been in the industry way longer than we've been. And he knows all the loops and tricks, all the ups and downs. So he prepares us for the big wave that's gonna crash on us, you know what I mean? Like, tells you, do this, not that, but we're stubborn. So I do the opposite always, and then I hit the wall. And he's like, I told you that. Yeah. And then next time, you think out twice of what he says, you know what I mean?
You're one of those. It's like, I was telling Antonio also, so I have this girl in my office that I really like. And I'm very, very tough on her. I'm not tough on anybody else as much as I'm tough on her. Because, I want her to become like one of the better, architects and designers and everything. And she was doing a small project and everything. And she would come to me personally. She's like, Max, can you check it out? I'm like, yeah, sure. Oh, this is not good. Go check it out. This is not good. And I'm sitting there after probably 5 or 6 times that she came up to me, and I'm like, just let her be. Let her be, the poor kid. That's it. You taught her enough. And she comes in after that, and I look at her, I'm like, problem here, there. You're good. Because eventually, you're like, you like the person so much, you want to make them the best.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's what, again, I don't have my kids still in my business, but they're too young. But that's what parents really doing for their kids. But sometimes when you're becoming too good now, they just want to show authority.
Yeah.
Right? That's probably the case.
Not yet. Like, I'm not better than them, you know what I mean? Like, in experience-wise.
You're just being humbled and,
with us, we have a different relationship with our dad. It's like we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a father and son relationship. In the office, it's very different.
Like, we joke around with and stuff, but like when it comes to business,
we have weekly
around.
Like we treat it as a business environment also with like a.
So you partners, equal partners.
Yeah, so we sit every week. We have a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
We discuss everything. Okay, I have those issues. Like from my side, I have those issues. His side, he has those issues. What's the best way out of this? When 2-3 people are thinking about the same thing, you have a better outcome. Everybody thinks about it in a different perspective. That's what we find the best way. And like my dad is very understandable. He gives us a lot of advice. Sometimes, as he told you, you won't learn until you burn your hands. This is what happens with us. But it's good now that we've passed through a lot, like very simple stuff. Before, when I used to be really hungry on sales, I started with sales. I'm like, holy smokes, this is really nice. I can sell this much. I can sell this much. I'm like, okay, let's go. How can we 10x this? So you start getting customers. Okay, I can give you the job, but I can give you 40% instead of 50%. I did it one time, and I told my dad, he's like, this is gonna be a headache for you. I'm like, Dad, no, the guy seems really nice, this and that, because my dad's been doing this for over 50 years, his entire life. He knows how to read people much better than me. I have a good sense, but I'm not at his level. Like, he can see someone, he can tell me, okay, 1, 2, 3, and he'll be right. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I had an issue with payment. Like, I got payment late, but I still got paid. But stuff like this, he tells you the problem before it happens. Sometimes
experience.
Exactly. Experience is a big thing. Experience is very big.
Let me ask you an interesting question, and that's something that me personally interested in. Working with family, is it something that is 9 to 5, or when you sit around the table, for example, weekends or whatever, would you talk business, or would you say business is for work? Because I find that I don't like to talk business around the table, but a lot of people do that. How do you approach that?
I'll tell you something. Like, lately we try as much as possible, not because
we try to separate.
Yeah, we try to separate
business at business, family at the house. You know what I mean?
But you're really ambitious about something. I'm dreaming about it.
Like, you stay thinking about the business.
Yeah.
Even at home. Like, all 3 of us, you know what I mean? Like, when we sit together, of course. Talk business, you know what I mean?
When you're a business owner, your brain runs 24/7. Doesn't matter what.
You're always thinking how to get better, how to improve. This job has a problem. This job, you know what I mean?
So how I'm gonna get this job? We're very ambitious about getting getting the right jobs, you know, building the right relationships, and executing in the right way, you know. So when you get a job, like a big job, you know, okay, how we're gonna approach this so that we're on time, on schedule, ahead of schedule, this and that. So we try not to talk during dinner, you know, when we're sitting with the family and stuff, but it comes to a point where you're just, it's all what you think about.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah. But we like it, we enjoy it. It's not like, I'm talking about work. I enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, but you see the reason I asked that, because I find that lately, you know, with the busy life we have, I find that to me, the dinner table is something sacred where I really don't want to hear anything. You know, like... What about the sauna? Sauna, yeah. By the way, sauna. Do you guys like sauna? Have you been to a sauna?
We've been in the
I
gym,
don't really
but
like
not
it,
much.
You guys can make one.
Yeah.
So, let me give you a tip. Sauna, and I, by the way, especially, I don't have, unfortunately, this opportunity, but my family comes to my house. But a lot of people now live as a multi-generational house.
Okay.
When you put a sauna in a house to talk business with your dad, or to get your dad to your house to talk business in a sauna, this is the best ever. So I'll tell you why. I have ADD. ADD means my brain is 3,000 kilometers in front of me.
Okay.
So I think that when I go into the sauna and I talk business with someone, I calm. And it's awesome. You see 25, 30 minutes in this heat, sweat, you talk about business. I don't know. How can I explain? That's just amazing. Problems are not even problems. So when you are coming hype, like situations happen on daily basis, unfortunately. When you're coming home and you're stressed, your brain doesn't think 100% because it's in a survival mode.
That's right. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
When you go to the sauna and you relax for 5 minutes and all this heat and everything, your brain the survival mode leaves. So I always suggest to everybody, if you have this one room, or if you have this one small area you can have a sauna, go for it.
Do a sauna.
Yeah, man.
Like each one has their own thing. Like when I'm too busy, I'm thinking like 10 times. You know what I mean? I put some music on. I DJ. That's how I decompress.
Okay, so this is your sauna. This is your sauna.
Yeah, like each person has an own thing. You know what I mean?
You put your headset on and you are.
Not even, man. I blast.
What do you do? How do you relax?
No, I used to DJ, so that's yeah. I used to DJ, and then I got into the business.
You see, but that's their shtick. That's their thing. Yeah. They're brothers. It's like they do Millwork together. They have it's like.
And that's why the vision is the same.
That's why you succeed. You're both running in the same path. You know what I mean?
The vision is the same. We have the same goal at the end. We're running in the same direction.
Yeah.
Because if one guy, I need to make X amount this month and I'm happy, you know.
Because
the other guy wants to push.
He's pulling this way. It's not gonna happen. Never.
I just think that everything brothers do is much more interesting than single. For example, I'll tell you, he knows. I have also a brother who's a consultant, and I actually wanted, for different reasons, he wasn't interested because he's busy with his life and everything. But I thought that when I'm gonna do this, it would be interesting if both of us together would do this podcast, because everybody wanna see this brotherly energy and all that. I see this energy in you guys. That's freaking awesome. That's amazing. So
and it builds a kind of trust between you and the customer. You know what I mean? They see you two guys getting along.
Yeah.
And then they trust you a bit more with handling big projects.
Yeah.
It goes a long way.
People see the family business.
100%.
So,
What's the age difference between you?
2 years.
That's nothing. That's your besties, your best friends.
Exactly. Because like in an industry like ours, you need someone outside and inside of the shop. And both people need to care equally so that the job is successful at the end.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting jobs, dealing with the installs. He's in the shop, making sure that the product we spoke about every Saturday we have a meeting. On Saturday is getting delivered on Wednesday, which is the date we agreed on. So this is very, very important.
You know what? I learned that, by the way, from my father. So my father had the opportunity to build the taller building in the Middle East many years ago, before the Burj Khalifa. Okay, before that. Anyways, many years ago, and he was working very hard. He had a partner, And I flew in to check on this building because he clearly was there and there was a lot going on. So one thing I learned from him, my father, there were two partners. One was the sales, one was the technical. My father was the technical part. I found that the reason their business was very successful is because my father and his partner knew each other's job and weren't into each other's business.
Exactly.
I had a partner later on in my life, and I'll explain to you why I'm saying that. We got to a situation where my partner was saying, oh, you're chilling with all these famous people while I'm sitting in the office. I think that partnerships work when people know what they're doing and they know the value of what they're doing. So back to my father, he was the technical part. He wasn't the face of the company. But yet again, he knew that the company without him worth nothing. Yet again, the face of the company was dealing with all this, big people and important and rich people and, back then millionaires, not billionaires yet. He knew that without the 50% of my father, he would not succeed. When you have that kind of relationship, healthy relationship, which I see going on between you, it doesn't matter who does what, everybody doing their job and the business succeeding. At the end of the day, it's about the business.
Exactly.
In my case, I had a different story where my partner, and I hope you will watch that, where my partner was a little bit upset about the fact that they were doing the technical part while I was doing, the sale or meeting the people and everything. And it's broke something that was amazing. And I don't know where he is today, but I think he wish he was here. With me succeeding with the company the way the company succeeded.
Do you guys approach it the same way, like divide and conquer kind of situation? Or?
Yeah, so everyone has his own role. Like he deals with the shop guys. I walk into the shop, good morning. I don't ask them what they're doing.
Like we don't interfere in each other's zones. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like and he deals the install guys, the delivery, all that kind of stuff.
You guys don't micromanage.
No. He's doing his own thing. He takes his own decisions. At the end of the week, we do one meeting. We
have the same goals at the end of the week. I want to get this done. I think about how to get it done the most efficient way, and he does the same thing on his end, and that's how it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your job to go get the client. Yeah. Your job.
If I have a problem, I get my dad in. I ask him, take his opinion, but each one has their own stuff. You know what I mean?
He's the godfather.
Basically.
No, so my dad now, like currently how it operates, he's 1 month with us, 1 month in Lebanon. He travels.
Like he's all around.
He's going now to China. We bought a machine from China, so he's just going to make sure everything's legit.
What kind of machine? What are you going to?
It's a wood press. So.
Oh, you're going to have your own material pressed.
Exactly. Yeah. So all those commercial jobs, they're all laminate, veneer, that kind of stuff. This requires a press. It's way faster, way more efficient. Right now, we have a vacuum press and we press it by hand. It's not as efficient, and don't get the same finish. The other one has 10 pistons. It pumps it up.
Yeah, you put 5, 6 you guys are taking it to the next level.
On top of each other, press it, easy, done.
You know a lot faster, and you're going to make the operation
now we're
much
doing
more
sheet by
sufficient.
sheet. The other one, do 20 sheets together. It doesn't
we should actually, if you remember, we talked about it. We should actually go get in their shop and see what's going on.
Never mind, yeah.
We'll do a podcast at our place.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
We can do that.
At the office, yeah.
I'm very curious how a machine like this gets shipped.
It's our first time shipping from China. All of our machines currently are German. This is the first machine that's Chinese. My dad was not a big fan of the idea, to be honest. But no,
tell you something.
And I agree with him. Like that, we all have it in our head. The resale value is going to be close to nothing. As long as it does its job correctly, I'm happy with the machine. But
I'll tell you what, with good maintenance, you guys are going to be okay. Honestly, I'm not there anymore to believe into this. It's not 20 years ago, if you're looking even into Chinese technologies and cars and everything, it's much better and higher now.
They have everything. Super low end and super high end.
So, yeah.
Like you find luxury cars there that's,
way better than the stuff we drive.
That Bentley looks like a Honda Civic in front of them. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
No, I don't believe in it anymore. I think Chinese products are getting better and better and better.
So in our industry, the biggest thing is service. Like he can tell you about the service because we'd have a machine down for 1 hour. It'll cost us a lot of money. So the faster the service technician comes in,
the less
money you lose.
Yeah, how does that work with machines like this? The company has service people here, or like they're affiliated with some company?
That's right. Exactly.
So I think in your case, you got still external company.
No, so we deal with Homag. Shout out Homag.
They're a big
Saga. Yeah.
Okay.
So Homag, most of our machines in the shop are Homag. Yeah. It's like they do all woodworking machinery. They're top of the line. It's like the Benz in the woodworking machinery.
Okay. Homag. Okay, I didn't know that.
Read about them.
It's
really,
one of those companies that you never will think about.
Not think about. You wouldn't know unless you're there.
But
100%.
you know,
unless you're in the field.
Exactly. That's the only way you'll know. Yeah.
Exactly. So. They're more on the high end, but it's totally worth it. Like I get a machine down rarely, but whenever that happens, because of someone's mistake,
they have to be there within like an hour or two.
Exactly, they're on the way right away.
Yeah,
one phone call, they come in. Even if they can't come in, they would log in on the machine online and
this is a big thing. Yeah. This is a very big thing.
It's really good, and then they stock everything. And if they don't stock any parts, they can make it custom made at their shop.
Yeah. So, I dealt with it actually with Summer Fresh Foods. They have a big Summer Fresh Foods. They sell salads and whatever and all that kind of stuff. So you've probably seen like a plastic green cap on top. Sorry. No, they make salads for stores, whatever. And one of my good friends is actually the main maintenance guy there. So just telling me how he's there pretty much. He has somebody there 24/7 to make sure that the machine doesn't stop. Machine stop, you're done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Millwork is exactly the same thing. You got
because they're not cheap machines. You can't just buy a second one for a backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
every machine is like 1.5 mil, 2 mil.
They go up there, but starting at $250,000, then you go up.
There's a name for like mechanics for heavy machinery. I always forget there's a name
machinist?
for the trade.
Machinist?
No, not machinist.
What are you talking about?
There's a name for a trade. No. It's something with an M. Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
It will come to it. But it's specifically like technicians who specifically work on heavy machinery. They get paid really well, really well, because in their trade something stops like this.
Same as electricians that work on those big voltage.
Millwright, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyways, no, it's very cool. So you are really investing in your shop a lot.
Heavily,
yeah.
What else do you do that, a millwork, even a regular millworker would not be able to make? What do you have in house that everybody else, let's say, would source out? Do you guys do your own painting and everything?
All in house. We have a spray booth and our own spray guy. So it's all about the mixing. It doesn't matter. Like if you have a spray booth, you can spray, yes, but you can spray right. You gotta have a guy with the proper experience that knows how much he's mixing, because it's all about the proportions. It's chemistry basically. You gotta have some knowledge in what you're mixing to get a proper finish.
Yep.
You're not just spraying white. You know what I mean? You're actually mixing the thing to get the proper finish based on the material, based on the color, based on where it's going, the environment, the moisture, all that kind of stuff takes into consideration.
Actually, the boost like a car kind of spray boost, like similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with all the filters.
You don't want
a 24-inch blower sucker. Yeah.
Like I'll tell you something. I had a situation where a kitchen was sprayed in 2 different steps, and you could see the paint difference.
You can't get it 100% unless you store the same paint.
It was the tops and the bottoms. That's actually one of those situations where we just changed the color and made the tops separate color, because I was like, I'm not accepting that.
No, this is a problem with paint. You can't do it in 2 stages. And that's why we buy, like I'm doing a painted kitchen. I buy an extra can, store it. Something happens while the install is going.
You never know what happens.
Yeah.
You have extra.
I have extra.
Well, not everybody is as smart as you guys. Some people like...
But again, it's a costly operation.
Yeah. But in a market like this where everyone's trying to nickel and dime, this operation becomes harder and harder.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that there's those small stuff that set the differences and give you the better finish which they're looking for, but are not willing to accept the cost that comes with it sometimes,
But I'll tell you what I think, and tell me if I'm right. So I looked at your business model, and I think your business model is not the kind of and respect to everybody, because that's actually our business model as well. We're not going for, clearly not every client out there is our client.
Exactly.
Let's be realistic. Yeah. Not everybody who's out there is your client. And to try and bring every client to your shop, or in my case, to try and bring every client to my company, it will end up with a lot of issues. There's a certain client that will come in to Acadia because Acadia is doing it right and above and beyond, but it costs a little bit, more, because you don't have me, myself. Some GCs, I call them me, myself, and my hammer. You know what I mean? That's the guy that will come sell you the job. That's the guy who will build, in your case, your cabinetry. That's the guy who will come to install. That's the guy who will get the money. That's when you're getting the worst product ever. So we're not that company, and we know that. So we're selective about who we interview to become our client, because at the end of the day, when you are talking to a client, you also interview them, whether they're your client, although they think that they interview you, whether they want you to get on the job. But that's actually also the other way around. But I think that's your business model, and I think this is the most successful model, because I do believe in the 80-20 rule. Are you guys familiar with this rule?
Pareto's principle.
I've heard of it, but refresh my memory.
So 20% of your clients will pay 80% of your bills.
Yeah.
And 80% of your client will pay 20% of your bills. So let me explain that. The 20% of your clients, if you have less clients, those clients are the best clients. They like you because they appreciate you. They appreciate what you do. They believe in doing it right. They believe in less mistakes. They will pay you more money for it. Those are 20%. You will never have issues with those clients. And when they give them their product, they're happy about it. Now, the 80%, because you need to keep up with the operation, those are the clients that you got to make your living, you take them, but they will come with the biggest, well, what are you doing here? What are you going to do there? Well, hold on, let me finish. What are you going to do this? What are you going to do? Those are the clients that will, I wouldn't say complain, but because they kind of put everything into the product, they will be worried about it and hustle you more for your product.
They make your life difficult, yeah.
So my model is back to what we discussed. I'd rather lose clients. If you don't have the budget to work with me, I'm not gonna tell you, okay, let me reduce a couple of pennies here and there to make you in my budget so that we can take the job. I'd rather tell you, you're not my client, it's fine. Go get me, myself, and my hammer. They will give you probably what you're looking for. It's gonna be on a certain level, and you're gonna be happy with it.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? So I guess your business plan is the same. You're looking for the client that will give you the trust, the freedom, and kind of the ability to give them the best.
Exactly.
That's right.
Like with us, I'm working with you, Max, right? You give me X amount of jobs a year. I understand you get a job which you're tight on money. I'll help you out. We value relationships, Money comes and goes. It's more about the relationship. This is what lasts. Mm-hmm. So I help a lot of my GCs. They're tight on budgets, tight on timelines, will make something work. They know they can rely on me, but when you're coming with a tight budget the first time, this and that, it becomes hard for me as well, because I can't move my operation with this cost. You know what I mean?
I find that what happens, and again, it's not something against, nobody should be upset or offended about it. It's just when you're going to buy a Lamborghini.
Exactly, yeah.
And you have the budget exactly, you collected all this money, you count every penny in order to get this Lamborghini, and you get it eventually.
You don't have enough money. You kind of
want everything in it, and you're worried about it because this is all your life you're putting into it. When you're buying a Lamborghini and you already have few Lamborghinis, you know that Lamborghini will give you the best quality. You're not going to ask too many questions. You're into it. You know what you're getting into. And I find that sometimes when you have that kind of approach, that kind of, what's the word?
Attitude?
Yeah, attitude towards something. You just get the better product. And the company that works for you, which is in this case you or me, just wants to give you more and more.
Exactly.
The best for your money.
A lot of our GCs now, they call me, they're like, oh, this is exactly like how we did in in plan A, for example, just do it, and then we'll deal about the money after. When there's this type of trust, everything changes.
Yeah.
It's all about this is how you build a business.
And I'll tell you even more. When you come to my operation, tell me if you guys agree with it, you don't have to. When I come to a client, to a custom home, and they're telling me, they're giving me a project altogether, and this is the budget. You're taking on the project, you're doing it, and you get to a certain aspect, like let's say the designer shows plastic paneling, and you're like, you know what? I love that client. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be proud of that. Let's put the acoustic, the ones with the wood ones, the nice, the oak ones, or whatever. I'm going to invest another, let's say, 10 grand. If they're going to want to pay for it later, they pay. If don't. But I know I did the best job. Somebody going to see it and going to say, and I'm going to be proud to say this is done by Acadia Design Consultants. But if you're going to have a client that has a small budget, you're going to so worry about everything that you're not going to be able to give them this.
You don't have the comfort to move around.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're a bit limited.
Yeah. And then because you're a bit limited, you know that everything that's going to go outside of the box might actually now be an argument or a problem.
100%. Like the small problem becomes a bigger problem because you can't really afford it. There's not much room to play. You know what I mean?
That's why trust is very important. Trust is the biggest thing. Like when you're choosing a millwork shop, it's more about the person. Because a custom house is, we all know, with millwork, it's like 3-4 months between drawings, approval, samples, and then execution. So it's about the person. Because if you're working with the wrong guy, okay, I want to adjust this door. This door is an extra. If I want to send a guy, it's this much. It becomes really tricky at the end. You know, it's all about choosing the right company that can deliver on time with the right team.
Yeah. And also situations that I've had, which is amazing working with a company like yours, when I'm sending my drawings for something commercial, and you know, some shops will be like, okay, that's what you want, that's what you're gonna get, fine. They will break their head to do something that is impossible, because you know, let's be realistic. My architects, designers are not millworkers. They will create something nice, which is not really possible in real life. So some shops will figure it out, but then they create some hybrid of I don't know what, and it looks terrible. And some millworker like you would come back and be like, okay, Max, that might not work, because they actually dive into the details, because they have a specifically technical person who does that, that's where, again, you're winning eventually. And you're telling me, okay, Max, this material will not work, or this hardware will not work, we're going to need to change that. Create shop drawings, fix it. And I'm like, guys, thank you. You are another set of 4 eyes for me, not to worry about something when I'm delivering it.
Exactly. We're all in the same boat, right?
While other shops just, okay, you want that. All of a sudden it gets on site and you're like, holy crap, how? Oh, the situation that I've seen. Oh my God.
No, that's the importance of shop drawing.
Again, like shop drawings are more important to us than they are to you.
Yeah.
Because I can't operate properly without shop drawings.
By the way, this is why, so I've done your job before. Acadia Design Consultants started as Acadia Drafting.
Oh, really?
And I started it originally. I was doing shop, because of my technical knowledge, I was doing shop drawings for curtain walls and millwork.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And until today, I design, believe it or not, my kitchens and my millwork myself. If I'm doing a custom home, I'm designing everything myself. I'm sending my millworker shop drawings. But I don't know why. Some of them, when I'm doing a smaller job, not something that on your level, some of them are asking me, telling me, you know what, Max, you're so great to work with because you actually create drawings. I'm like, how can you not create drawings for any piece of millwork?
Exactly.
As you said, even one cabinet.
Oh, 100%. Because each shop has their own way of doing cabinets, doing stuff. Like some shops use lamello, some use dowel, some blind dado, some butt joint.
Yeah.
It's really important to show those details.
You send dimension, it just might not work.
You don't get into a fight with the designer, with the client, with whoever back when you finish.
Exactly. You avoid miscommunication, you avoid issues, you
make everything clear at the beginning before you invest money, material, installation, whatever. Make everything clear at the beginning. Tell them that's when you're going to get, that's how we do it. You save a lot of problems.
So, it's funny because I agree with you 100%. In our process, in our process, exactly the same thing. We're building, let's say, we're building a custom home. The client that comes to us originally, they come to us for not only for construction, but also for the design of it. So they're like, Max, we want perma drawings. Now you guys know that perma drawings are incomplete. They don't have millwork, they don't have lighting, they don't have...
Yeah, but rough.
It's just very rough.
Yeah, exactly.
So you submit it to the city, but it's not good enough to build. And then when we're signing, so after we're creating all shop drawings, perma drawings, we're quoting the job and getting the project for construction as well, we create more. We create construction drawings, shop drawings, and the client is like, Max, I don't want to pay for that. And I'm saying, you're not paying for that.
You're saving money.
What do you mean? I'm like, you don't get it. If I'm not going to do that, I'm going to have an argument with my millwork guys for mistakes. They're going to cost me and them more money. I'll spend $1,500 for my guy to do the shop drawing. It's perfectly fine. I'll spend, because over the construction of like $3 million of a custom home, what's a $1,500 investment not to get a problem with the kitchen that costs almost $70,000, $80,000?
If you think about it, it's coffee money.
So I really, it's coffee money, you're absolutely correct. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that. And when you're saying that every cabinet deserves a shop drawing, I 100% support that.
It's a must.
Yeah.
With us, so I have the estimating department split from like the shop. I just like to keep them separate. So they estimate, we finish the job, but I have another system in the shop which I track how much I spent on every job. So those shop drawings, he calculates how many sheets. He gives us
like we have the software. It's connected to all the machines. When he does shop drawings, it gives them 3 lists: a material list,
cutting list, and all that.
A material list, a hardware list, and then a shipping list. So when they're actually wrapping the stuff and loading, they have a checklist. So nothing is missing 100%.
Oh, so you know how much you cut from each sheet, so you know what was the waste and how much you're losing.
So I go back to my estimator. This job, okay, I know we got the job, but you priced it wrong because you priced it according to 10 sheets. But see, I have 15 sheets. So stuff like this is all trial and error. It's about finding the right system.
That's amazing. You guys optimize pretty much everything in your shop.
You have to.
But that's how you become competitive as well.
100%. Exactly.
That's how you got to be competitive in this market.
And it also works vice versa. Sometimes he overprices something, but still get the job, right? Okay, next time we can be more competitive on this job because we spend less material. Like
amazing. But it's good to
very important
sometimes.
Yeah.
As you said, sometimes you got to have extra depending on what the job is. You got to have some extra on top.
No, definitely.
Guys, give me 3 funny things that happen for you that has to do with millwork. Like funny business that you've seen on site that somebody else did that you're like, oh my God, what the hell are they doing?
There's a lot.
So let's go crazy on that.
Put somebody in
Give
trouble.
him something from the install.
Install?
Like
now there's not much that comes
like
from
when you ask about it specifically.
So I'll give you an example.
You know what I mean?
I'll give an example. Funny business that happened to me, plywood, millwork, plywood, big plywood kitchen. And we put in equipment onto it and the bottom part just bent. And I was assuming that the bottom part is going to be MDF because it's stronger. The guy stupidly put plywood, and pretty much I had to argue with them after that for like a couple of weeks to replace it, and they were thinking it's my mistake, even though it was saying that it should be MDF. So some situation like that, or I had like, I don't know if. By the way, do you do your own countertops or not so much?
We do the Corian and laminate, but not the quartz.
So I had you can see it actually on our Instagram.
Yeah, I saw the video.
The argument.
Yeah,
Did you see the argument?
I saw the argument. Yeah.
Oh my God! Like this guy. So he comes in. He didn't cut the stone right, and it had a huge gap. So what is he doing? He moved the stone from the back to the front, and he's like, "Okay, I just covered the gap." I'm like, "Okay, you just covered the gap, but how am I gonna put the cooktop? Now you kind of shifted it. Yeah. It's not 90 degrees anymore." You know, that kind of stupidities.
Honestly, like the stuff that, I see a lot of stuff on site, right? But I walk in, the job is done, the customer is happy. I can't say anything, everybody's happy, everybody gets paid. Okay, we move on, But for me, with my guys, if I see something I don't like, they know me.
And where do you see? Listen, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. If you're gonna tell me you don't make mistakes,
no,
I'm gonna be worried to work with. Like we all make mistakes, and we all own our mistakes at the end of the day. And that's pretty much the difference between good and bad. So, what kind of mistakes that you've seen? Let's say that was funny to you. Like, how the hell did we manage to do that?
Like,
and we had
mistakes in our day-to-day happens a lot. Like anybody who runs a millwork shop, I'm sure they know what we're talking about.
Look, I give the cut list to the guy. I tell him, like I write down specifically this material. So on this shelf, he goes picks up this shelf and fucks up 20 sheets.
That's
You know what I mean? Like, and then now you gotta wait for the other 20 sheets to come back, and then you're delayed on that job, but you got the other job. It's a waste. Like, but like this stuff, like all the system we have in place, is to minimize these errors. But it's inevitable when there's human involved. You know what I mean? That now the solution to this is a storage system, but that's like 2 to 5 million. We're not on this level yet, but
well, hopefully
getting there.
Hopefully soon. Another question to you guys: it's trending crazy right now. I don't know if you know what I'm going to talk about. What do you know about this Chinese aluminum kitchens that they're advertising right now? Yeah, they're making kitchens from aluminum.
Yeah, we've seen the material. It's metal. Like, it's for people who don't appreciate millwork.
Forget appreciate millwork. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold in the winter.
Like in a barbecue area.
Yeah.
But
inside,
not for inside.
Never. Yeah,
never.
Not for inside.
What is it, like an Apple kitchen?
What do you mean an Apple? I don't know what it was. No. Right now, there is a big trend. Well, trend.
They're
it's
like sheets. They're like
they're
exactly
trying to
like
make it a
melamine. Yeah.
Everything made of, pretty much the whole kitchen made of aluminum. It's almost like not having soul in your kitchen.
I could see how it might be cool to have inserts of aluminum somewhere.
So we do that, like the Gola channel, for example. Or we do like glass doors with the aluminum rail. If you want a thin rail, all the way with the glass, and some people like want.
It's like it feels IKEA to me. You know what I mean?
Not like the glass doors. We use the hinge.
No. If your whole kitchen is aluminum.
Yeah.
It's really it looks commercial.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a home.
Yeah.
It feels like industrial wear.
Like a garage cabinetry for tools.
Exactly.
100%.
No, like the thing is that there's a lot of people that want to get stuff from China. Like they get those RTI kitchens, right? Ready-to-made kitchens.
Yeah.
Those ready-to-made kitchens come with solid doors. So people go there, this guy's giving me, those are giving me solid wood doors, they're giving me MDF doors. But in China, they don't have the weather issue. So this is not a problem for them.
Yeah.
You install this kitchen in Canada. It's not meant for Canada in the first place because of our weather issues. Next thing, they don't see like the difference in it has a lot of differences, but this is the main thing that people don't understand, that solid wood is not meant for everywhere in Canada. We're in an environment that we have plus 20 and minus 20 within 1 year. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like I've seen, not in wood, but even, not specifically wood, but even doors, when you have fiberglass doors.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people install fiberglass doors. It's a fiberglass material.
That's fragile.
They stain it, it looks like wood, but it just all of a sudden in the winter start warping like this.
Yeah.
And you got gaps and you got air going.
Isn't it going to be crazy light? Crazy light? Like fiberglass.
It is. That's why they're doing it, because it looks like wood, but it's light.
But it doesn't feel good. You know, when doors feel better when they're heavy.
No, I don't know. Listen, I got one. I don't know. It doesn't feel wood. It doesn't feel good. It feels good, but it's at the end of the day, it's like if they don't make it right, it starts warping. Like my door, when it was installed, they had to replace the doors once because it got warped. And
it's MDF or wood?
Fiberglass.
Oh, fiberglass.
Oh,
wow.
On a relevant kind of note, you guys work with interior designers probably?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. You probably run into situations where they present you designs and you're like, this is insane, basically.
Well, yeah.
So the thing about... So we would be working with a GC, right? There's an interior designer. The interior designer would come to the shop, tell me, okay, this. I'm like, yeah, no problem, we can do it. And then she would leave. I would call the GC. I'm like, whatever we spoke about does not make any sense, because whatever she's asking is 10 times more. Do you want me to go whatever she's asking or what? She's like, and then this is the most stuff that we had with designers, but some of them like create really nice stuff, but unfortunately there's not always the budget. some of their designs, like I see stuff, I'm like, I really want to do this because I see the value behind it.
It's like a unique.
Yeah,
you don't do it every day.
Yeah, but the only constraint is the budget. But we've never had something like she would walk in the shop or a designer would walk in the shop saying that I have this unit, and then we would like, oh, we can do. I'll find a way to do it. We'll
sometimes we'll tweak it. For example, the material comes in 10 feet. They want a 12 foot, no seam. There's no way I gotta put a seam.
Yeah, I gotta put a seam. Yeah,
like stuff like this, really simple stuff. But never we change the whole concept, you know.
It reminded me, I had a designer on one job, not mine, but actually working with a client, and we're walking by and everything, and the designer is saying, "Did you ever think about black pot lights?" What black pot lights? And I'm being quiet. I hope that the client gonna be like, no. The client is like, I want black pot lights. I'm like, what do you mean black pot lights? Like pimples on the ceiling. Like you have a freaking custom kitchen going on. You have custom millwork going on, and you want the attention to a black pot light? You have freaking lights and everything. To make a long story short, because of that, I postponed the electrical work by a month and a half.
Holy smokes.
I just couldn't do it. You know, one of those situations you can't do it. You can't do it. And the guy's like, I talked to the owners, and the owner's like, no, Max, I black pot lights it is. Black pot lights. And I'm like, dude, please get off the black pot lights. Anyways, to make a long story short, a month and a half passes. I'm like, okay, we have no choice. We're going to do black pot lights.
Wow.
Have you been there that day?
Yeah. I know the house you're talking about.
So I want black pot lights. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. He went to work. Luckily, his wife was home. And we're installing the first 3 pot lights. And I'm standing there. Dude, I literally started sweating. You know the situation when you know it's disgusting and ugly? Have you seen Austin Powers movies? No? No. Okay. So there was this movie, whatever, that somebody had like a thingy here and... A mole, yeah. And he's like, Mola. And he goes, Mola. That's what I felt. You know, it's like a mole in the middle, a lot of moles in the middle of the kitchen.
Out.
Anyways, we did 3 of those, and I couldn't. I called the wife. I'm like, come in here. I showed her. I'm like, you tell me. I can't do that. I can't do that. She's like, yeah, no, it doesn't look good. So she calls him. He got so frustrated over the phone. I was like, I don't know. What do you want from me? Like, I do whatever you want. And I didn't do the black pot lights. Eventually, everybody was happy. We had a nice white ceiling.
You got delayed.
Oh my God. But I delayed everything by a month and a half. So just to show how much I care and the quality of the work that I'm willing to put into.
No, exactly.
That's why I respect quality, because I postponed something that really cost me money eventually. And of course, to redo it back.
Oh, yeah.
To redo it back, because we had to, after that, you had to remove all those. And by the way, people don't know, but pot lights, you don't just change from black to white. It comes with specific hardware.
Yeah, you have to change the whole thing.
Like the whole thing. Yeah. The whole thing. Yeah. Exactly. The whole thing has to be changed. So now the electrician has to do their work and everything. But after that, this is something that I was in peace with myself, and I said, okay, now it's good. Did you guys have situations like that?
It's a funny story. Literally yesterday, I was custom house. I had the owners in the shop. They were deciding on the colors, this and that. At the end, the wife asked me, she's like, if we made the wrong decision, would you tell me? I'm like, 100%. I'm taking pictures of this. If I don't like it, I won't make it for you. I'll change it. Like, she chose first a handle that I didn't really like. I'm like, look at it another time. You really want this handle on a slim shaker? Where are you going to put the handle on the slim shaker? Then she thinks about it. She's like, yeah, you're right. See, this is not a good option. Remove this. And then, like stuff like this, you have to guide them, because you see the whole vision at the end. They see something, oh, it looks nice, but does it fit in my space? This is the real question. But for me, I'll tell all of my customers, you're coming to my shop, I have to make something that's nice, because at the end, I need pictures.
You got to be proud of it.
Exactly.
You got to be proud of it. You got to show it, and people don't understand that. But again, the difference between millwork. Oh, you want that? No problem. You want this? No problem. You're making it. The client is happy. Everybody come to their house and they're like, I don't know about that. Versus what you're doing. That's our job when it comes to design as well, right? When the client will be upset with you for changing their plans or whatever they were thinking to do. But then everybody comes in and they're like, holy shit, this is gorgeous.
No, so sorry, Max, we're not robots. We're humans, right? We're doing something, it has to make sense. It has to look nice.
Yeah.
If there's no thought, it doesn't make sense. I can't do it. I cannot install it. You know, I'll try to steer the customer as much as I can away from it.
Something in here just not
exactly.
I know exactly what you mean.
What if you're dealing with a person who just has terrible taste?
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Well, it's funny. I was thinking with interior designers, basically what happens often probably is the designer comes in and they have this incredible idea and vision. And it's like, have you seen car concepts? You know, when they show a concept before releasing the car?
Yeah.
You look at the concept, you're like, this is incredible.
Then you get the car.
And then you get the real car, you're like, what the hell happened here?
Yeah.
You know, that's because engineers came in, they spoke to designers, and they're like, listen, you know, this is not...
You gotta be more realistic.
But I'll tell you what I find. I find that it's all psychological.
It is.
When you pay a designer a certain amount of money, when you pay more, you think, well, I paid all this money. They know what they're doing. We're going to listen to them. Yeah, of course. So when you don't and you have your own idea and the GC, let's say, telling you what to do, you're like, no, screw you. I had my idea. You're here to build. You don't know anything about design. Do what I told you to do. That's what I find with you. When people pay you a little bit more in order to get the best they can have in their budget, in this budget, they trust them. Because in their mind, psychologically, they're saying, well, I went to the best, I paid for the best, therefore I'm going to have the best. But when you're going to any meal worker and they're like, well, I think you should, what do you want, ma'am? Well, I want this in that kitchen. Okay, no problem. They bring it, they put it together, and you're like, awesome, that's what I wanted. And then the first person come to your house and they're like, how do you like my kitchen? That's okay. and I had so many of those situations, by the way.
Oh, really, eh?
Friends of mine did renovations. Max, come for dinner. Because, you know, they're proud to bring me for dinner, somebody who knows, somebody to kind of tell them the wow, give them the wow factor so that it will give them
better.
The what do you call it? It will make them feel better. Yeah.
Validation.
The validation. There you go. That's the word, the validation. And I come in and I'm like, oh, look at this counter. It doesn't really work with the cabinets and the tile. What the hell is going on with the tile? And they're like people think that if you get a contrast, it's going to look good. You know, like white kitchen, black hardware. Gotta look good because everybody doing black and white. Not always.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Not in every situation. And they call you and you look at it. And then we come out with my wife. I'm like, could they see on my face that I didn't like it? She's like, well, your face doesn't lie usually.
Yeah,
yes,
that's how it would be with Onyx. I'm not gonna lie. Onyx is so extravagant that I'm like,
very personal.
this is wild. You know, this is.
It's very personable. Like the Onyx we've done. Is it somewhere? The one that we've done this bar. Yeah. Like it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
No.
It's,
in my opinion, it's more for commercial spaces. In a house, it's an overkill.
True.
And when you're doing like a nice bar, a nice setup in a restaurant, I would use Onyx. But in a house, in my opinion, it's an overkill.
True. Yeah. If I saw it in a restaurant, I'd be like, wow. This, You know, this.
You want to buy more.
Yeah. I'm about to pay a very big bill.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is the feel you want in a bar. You know, you're going out. You have to spend.
So, do you have any names that you're working with that people know maybe and?
Spill the beans.
Yes, some kind of
we will tag them.
high-class clients that you have currently, or nothing going on like that? Or nothing you can talk about?
For now, let me keep it until I just finalize everything.
Gotcha.
But definitely there's always on the go, big stuff, you know.
Any big names you worked with previously?
Big names in terms of commercial, like we work with a lot of...
Names that people just know. Names that people just know.
My commercial customers are more like, they're not people you find on Instagram. They're not people.
Manufacturers.
They're big GCs, yeah.
Okay.
Most of my customers currently are like this. What Instagram gets me is, okay, Max refers me to his cousin. I go to his cousin. His cousin
like the high-end homeowner.
Yeah.
They see your profile, like they know
exactly.
who you are. That's the only thing Instagram does.
Yeah.
But for big GCs, they care more about the website.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, Instagram is for more for private. It's 100%. That's why I don't know why I'm doing it.
Instagram, honestly, Instagram doesn't get jobs. Like it's not, I get leads from Instagram.
It's like a
just,
portfolio.
yeah.
We're just building a brand, basically. So we got the exact same sprinters,
So I'll tell you what
same uniform. You're building a brand, you know?
I'll tell you what I find that Instagram does. I find that people that find us and see our podcast and then contact us, they feel that they're familiar with you. They feel that they know you.
They're
more comfortable. They know something about you, exactly.
Yeah. They know you personally.
They read about
someone random.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about.
If I don't see anything, I have no idea when I call you what you're like at all, you know. And like, this kind of breaks 100%. Down.
Yeah, just two good-looking boys. That's about it. But now you're looking at that show and you see those are two good-looking dudes that actually have heart and they're doing a great job also.
Who wants a blind date, you know? Nobody wants a blind date.
Exactly.
Last week I had a customer come in the shop. She's like, "Oh, I thought you're Steven." She thought I'm Steven from the videos. She walks in, she's like, "No, I'm Kevin. I'm the one who you spoke with." And then she's like, "Oh, you're the better looking brother." I'm like, yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
And since like a week, I've been bugging him with this. I'm like, I'm the better looking brother.
I would never let that go.
I'm telling you, my face never lies.
See?
No, but it's cool. That's the only thing. And funny enough, I was telling him that, you know, it's like I've seen these situations where we went for lunch with my family and whatever, and I see people are sitting there looking at me, like it's not like they know me, but like I've seen you somewhere. I just don't know where. You got this face. I've seen you somewhere. I don't know where. And people start kind of scroll right now. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's the guy.
You've seen like
that's the guy saw with Drake.
No, it's
that's the guy saw with Drake.
That's it.
No. Funny enough, I'll tell you what. I have probably.
I'll tag him.
I have probably one picture. No, don't.
I won't, obviously.
And cut that off as well. It was. What do you say? It was good, and good that it was. That's about it. But but I find that people are like more familiar with you, and when I talk to potential clients, while I'm like, oh hi, my name is, they're like, hey Max, how's it going? Because they saw like, let's say,
100%.
like half an hour of your content, and they're like, we know you. You're somebody we can trust. You're somebody that is liable. You're somebody that will be a bulldog on our job to get the best for us. And I'll be honest with you, one thing that I can say proudly, and I don't care about when it comes to it about any trade, when I'm working for my client, I am there for my client. So if the trade is not on my side to be there for a client, they will not like working with me. So for example, if there is an issue on something, like I've seen GCs that would, okay, listen, they will not know that. It's fine. Let's not worry about it.
Yeah.
It's not going to work in my case. I had a tiler on one of my jobs. He was doing a shower, big shower. They had to remove the tile 3 times. And when he's like, Max, I can't do it anymore, get the F out of here.
No, that's the only way.
So if you don't do it right, if you don't do it to make me proud, as you said, I'm eventually going to take those pictures and I'm eventually going to. If you don't do it my way, don't freaking do it.
No, 100%.
Yeah, because sometimes you would find, contractors will come in and they're like, yeah, okay, shower, bam, 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 tile.
This is the problem in this market now. Everyone's so focused on the price. They think, oh, there's not much enough jobs. I can get a deal. No, in this industry, there's no deals. The cost is still the same. The guys still have mortgages to pay.
If not even more expensive.
Exactly. Everything's still the same. If you're getting a deal, think about how you're getting a deal. Either the guy's is undercutting somewhere.
Underbid, basically. And slack off the
It's
work.
going to come from something. I definitely agree with you, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
This month, I got 2 custom houses. 2 people called me. Halfway through the millwork, the guy ran away, or he's too busy to continue the job.
There you go. That's
but
what
jobs like this, I don't really get into.
Yeah, because
it gets really messy.
The guy is running out of money. He's drained out of money, basically.
It's a snowball. It's going to be a problem.
Because you don't know whose fault it is in the first place. Sometimes maybe the homeowner didn't pay him.
That's true.
It works on both ways.
I'll tell you what usually happens. I find that usually is the lack of communication.
Definitely, yeah.
I do believe, I'm sorry to say that it's a contractor's issue. Because I'll tell you what, it all starts with contractor comes in, wants to get a job, gives a price.
Yeah.
Don't worry, is that going to be there? Full kitchen. All of a sudden, the guy comes in, installs the kitchen. Where are the handles? No, that's hardware. You should buy the hardware. You didn't tell me that. Where? Oh, no, you didn't tell me. Hold on. Is that without the countertops? All issue starts.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why our estimates, I have a long estimate. When I send you an estimate, it's a long estimate. A lot of people don't read it. I'm like, and then I call them. I'm like, make sure to read the estimate. Countertops are not included. Electric work is not under.
You're a millwork guy, not a countertop
exactly.
guy.
Some people don't understand that there's a millwork shop, there's a contractor, you know.
But those are the misunderstanding that the small contractor, when they're trying to get the job, and they're like, I'm just throwing a number, okay? 30 grand. I'll do it for 30 grand. Okay. And he leaves. And they send him a down payment. And he will send them an invoice. This invoice has nothing. They don't have like a proposal like yours that explains everything. You know what's going to happen.
Payment terms, everything's on there. Everything must be there.
You're done. That's it. That's a pretty much that's a recipe for problems.
Exactly.
You bring in the cabinetry, you bring in everything. The client smiles. There are highs and lows, right? And then, we're not doing that. Low. Are you going to do that? Are you going to do that? Okay, high. But we're not doing countertop. That's it. The client becomes client irritated.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know what they paid for. They are at fault for being dumb to get that somebody cheap and to get at somebody who's like willing to do everything to get a job. So they're stupid when it comes to that. So it's their fault when they come to you to finish a job. But on the other hand, what does a client know?
Exactly. You have to guide.
You need to educate
like
them.
A very big thing, everybody wants those built-in fridges. We do tons of them. But my guys don't touch the panels. I cut the panels.
We just provide the panels, but we don't.
So whoever installs the fridge installs the panel.
Because it voids warranty.
It voids warranty.
True.
It's a big, these are 40 grand fridges. If it voids warranty, it's a big fuck.
I'm not taking this responsibility.
Of course,
And the other thing, a lot of people, they buy the fridge without the installation. You're buying a $40,000 or a $20,000 fridge and you don't want to get someone to level it? Yeah. How does this make any sense?
What is their plan exactly? To install it themselves?
No, they'll get usually the GC to level it. But if the leg breaks,
they don't know
it's a disaster.
Yeah. No.
Or usually they throw it on the millwork company. But on my contract, it says any appliances.
I got people coming in to install specifically all the appliances.
Exactly. There is companies that specialize in this.
Yeah, in just installations.
Yeah.
I actually never paid attention who installs the panels for us in this situation. I think that they kind of figured this out in between, which is also great, but that's a different conversation when teams are working together and know each other. But yeah, I never thought about it.
For me, like you're getting a fridge from Sub-Zero, get Sub-Zero to install it. Don't get a third company, because if the fridge gets delivered and something breaks, they're the first people to open it and they're the first people to take responsibility. It's their guys. He's not going to call you back, your guys damaged it. And a lot of this happens. We've seen it a lot.
They never installed the panels for me.
It's a service that you have to buy.
It depends if you bought it or not.
Yeah, it's a service.
Because I think I had my, but again, sometimes you're not thinking that far ahead. And
when you get into the detail and the custom stuff, this is very common. Stuff like this is very common. My guys are not allowed to touch appliances. We've had appliances in kitchens that are over 100 grand. I don't want to take this responsibility.
And I wouldn't want, as a general contractor, I wouldn't want you to have to do that.
Yeah, you're a homeowner, you're spending this much. Spending an extra grand or two on installing them, getting a guy that's going to take the warranty is not a big deal.
I guess the logic is like, I just want one person. I don't want to deal with 3 different people. But
no.
Logic,
Every time when millworkers are doing their kitchens and their jobs, for me, this is a very crucial time when we put in all the cabinets, because I want to make sure that all the appliances are going to come in
before
go in as the specs. I had a lot of situations where, funny enough, I did shop drawings for a millworker, but they go automatically as per standard dimensions.
Yeah, indeed.
No, you can't. No
Especially when you got mealy
Yeah. The dishwasher, they're
smaller.
European.
Exactly.
So if you make a 24-inch opening, there's gaps.
There you go. I had one kitchen. He just created it, and it was merely. Even though I have the specs on the shop drawings as well, just in case, right? So that they can go and look into it as well. And yeah, they created 24 inches, and that was a problem. And he's like, "Oh, we're just gonna put a filler inside." I'm like, "No, you're redoing your island, buddy. Bye."
I know guys who do installations. They sweat a different problem. They get the panels because they have to drill through the panels to install the handles, and they know once they make a mistake.
No, so with us, I'll save them this headache.
Like it's over. They have to get a new panel.
I'll put the handles for them, no problem. But I won't touch the fridge.
Because handles is part of Millwork. So they will create fully, but somebody has to assemble it on the fridge.
Well, I guess the handles sometimes come from the manufacturer of the appliance. It depends.
Yeah, we'll install the handles, no problem. Because the handles for those appliances, they're called handle appliances.
Nice. You make it easy.
They're more, they're heavy.
Yeah.
Because when you're opening a fridge, you need like the grip.
22 inch usually.
That's true.
The gigantic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because the Sub-Zero door is like...
Exactly.
It weighs like a car.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're really nice fridges, don't get me wrong. Like, they're really nice. But as I said, luxury comes with its cost.
Yeah. But listen, if you don't have the money to do all that, don't freaking do that.
Exactly.
And that's where you take this client that I'm saying is not my client. When somebody comes in and tells me I want a Ferrari with a price of... Yeah.
Exactly. It's like you're not going to buy a Ferrari and then go be like some shade tree mechanic and be like, hey, can you change my oil?
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. Every price we give to clients, construction prices, in your case as well, in your case, you actually know very well. So it's a different story. In my case, because you never know what eventually going to come up. You start with a concept. So the price may vary between 15 to 20%. You know?
Contingency.
Exactly. When a client comes in and they're telling you, Max, I have 1.5 mil, build me a house. You start talking to him about this contingency. And they're like, well, but I have only 1.5 mil. That's where the problem comes. Are you taking this job or not? Because that means if something didn't work right for them, they're not going to have the money to finish the process right. What are you going to do about it?
They come with 1.5 mil and a specific project in mind, or they're asking you to like design?
A client comes in and tells you to build a house, and I have 1.5 mil, assuming, and you are on the border, you don't have the money for contingency.
If you're on the border, then
and this is the difference between the 20% client that tells you, I have the 1.5 mil contingency, okay, no problem. Let's stay in budget, but I have the...
Exactly.
If something happens, I have this contingency. Versus, that's all I have. You can get stuck because of that.
No, the reason I ask is because I would assume basically if they say my budget is 1.5, then you design for 1.3 or 1.4 to have the margin of safety. You know what I mean?
I'll give you another example. You're buying a new house now. A new house, let's say, would cost you 2.4 mil. You know, standard
detached.
4,000 square feet detached, something like that.
500 square feet condo.
So you're buying a house. Okay, you bought a house. What next? You put all your money into the house. You come into the house, and not into the house. You're going to the company that about to build that house to discuss design. They're telling you, well, in this, you're gonna have 10 pot lights. What are you gonna do with 10 pot lights?
Yeah.
Okay, if you want more, you gotta pay $350 per pot light. Like, holy crap! I just paid for $2.5 million house, and I need to pay for pot lights.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam. You're another 400,000 in. If you don't have that money, you're in trouble. And this is the things that people don't think ahead. You know, you're coming to them. You're like, I want to build. Whatever. Okay, how much should it cost? Approximately 1.5. Okay, let's go. But then they come to ask you for specific materials, specific this, specific that. All of a sudden, it's 1.7. That's it.
You said earlier the example was a Lamborghini, somebody who like saved and they have like exactly 230,000, 25 cents to buy a Lamborghini. If that's the case,
that's when they should start with a Mustang.
This Lamborghini.
100%.
If somebody has exactly for a Lamborghini, they should go and buy something cheaper to have a little bit on top, but not a Lamborghini. When you're going to buy a Lamborghini and let's say it costs 250, you need to have 350.
Unless I guess you buy it to not drive it and store it and resell it, but
what's the point?
That's not a I agree.
Like you can't put your final assets into anything because then you are tied to your work. Exactly. Yeah. So guys, another last couple of questions. First of all, where can people find you?
Where can people find us?
Yes.
We're all across social media.
Website. Talk to us. Tell us.
So social media, TEAK International, TEAK_INT, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, you name it. It's a website, teakinternational.ca. And then we have our phone numbers. They're everywhere. Just give us a call. We'll be at your doorstep.
Perfect. Everywhere, guys. Don't stress. Just work with the best.
Awesome, guys. Well, listen, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
It was a great conversation. I wouldn't want to spend Valentine's Day any other way.
Valentine's.
I think she'll be the first one to laugh at me. But anyways, guys, really awesome having you. And
thank you, guys.
I think this is just the beginning of a great relationship.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We'll definitely come and check out your shop. And everybody there, I think, should check you out. And on that note, I think we're going to close that show. So thank you very much, everybody who watched it. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, well, it's Saturday, but back to work.